Finally, here we go.
Good evening, Peter.
Whoa!
You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
Spider-Man Homecoming is vastly different to that of Civil War, or any other MCU movie for that matter. Unlike most Spider-Man films that have come before, this version is wrapped up in the world of the Avengers, so it's no surprise that we rejoin Spidey as he's about to meet the rest of the Avengers during Civil War. This time though, we get to see what happens from his point of view.
Underoos!
That's my cue, I gotta go. I was in a fight with Captain America and I stole his shield and I threw it at him. What the hell, he's big now, I gotta go.
After the world-changing events of Civil War, we return to Queens and share in Peter's disappointment as months go by without any word from Mr. Stark or the Avengers. It's a breakaway from what we've come to expect from the MCU. There's no big saving-the-world missions, no alien battles, or terrorists to take down. It's just Spider-Man looking after the neighborhood he lives in, trying to help people, and occasionally stopping the odd petty criminal.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Is this anybody's bite?
While Peter's frustrations are clear, it's enjoyable to watch this return to a more traditional superhero fare and reminds you just why superhero movies became so popular in the first place. Anyone who was still unsure about Tom Holland's casting will surely be won over when they see him effortlessly jump between extreme emotions the way only teenagers can. One minute he's crushing on Liz, the next he's embarrassed by Flash, and then he's complaining to Tony Stark that he's still treating him like a child. The words, "Do you remember feeling like this?" might as well be flashing in neon across the screen for the whole audience to see. And it really does make you appreciate not being a teenager anymore. And if you're still a teenager, don't worry, it gets better.
What's up, guys?
Peter's character is supported by a group of peers which is some of the most realistic we've seen in a long time. In fact, there's not a dud performance amongst the whole cast, and while some of the characters have pretty minor roles, they're all spot on.
I have to tell you, not a fan of that Tony Stark.
Of course, one role which isn't minor is Michael Keaton as the Vulture and Adrian Toomes, and it will come as no surprise that the former Batman and Oscar-nominated actor knocks it out of the park when it comes to Homecoming's baddie. There's a depth to this villain that we haven't seen before in the MCU, and it's about damn time. In fact, Marvel might have just solved its baddie problem.
I want you to understand. I'll do anything to protect my family.
As far as Iron Man's role is concerned, the good news is that it isn't too overbearing, which might have been a worry if you've watched all the trailers. But it is integral enough to make Spidey a solid part of the Marvel Universe. The same is true for other MCU nods. They're here, but mostly just because this version of Peter Parker has grown up in an Avengers-shaped world, rather than any desire to force fan references or Easter eggs. As far as negatives go, honestly, we struggle to find any, hence the star rating. But you could argue that the action sequences aren't up to the usual standard of a Marvel Studios movie. While fans will always remember the Avengers' battle for New York, it's unlikely any scenes from Spider-Man Homecoming will stick in your mind long after you've watched them. The action is still good though, and the characters and plot more than make up for it, but if you're a hardcore action junkie looking for explosions and beatdowns galore, then, well, there's always Transformers: The Last Night. Not much is made of Peter's superpowers either. Other than a minor reference to the spider that bit him, we get no real mention of the above-average abilities the radioactive arachnid has given him. With so much of the story centered on the incredibly cool Stark-made suit, it would have perhaps been a good idea to dedicate some screen time to what Peter can do without it.
Can you summon an army of spiders? No, Ned, no.
Ultimately though, these two relatively minor gripes aren't enough to diminish Homecoming, and it will even be a reason some fans love the movie. It's different to other MCU or Spider-Man movies we've seen before, and that's a good thing. We give it 5 stars.
Return to the ground immediately!
Let us know your thoughts on the movie in the comments below, no spoilers. And don't forget you can click the boxes on the left for more content from us, or hit the big button in the middle to subscribe for more entertainment news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar+.